Tema principal esta noche en la señal Ciencia y Misterios. Esta fotografía, la fotografía de un ovni que estábamos viendo hace minutos nada más. Bueno, el investigador que está detrás de esta fotografía y sobre todo de la historia es Philip Mantle desde Inglaterra, desde Gran Bretaña, y estamos en comunicación directa con él. Welcome, Philip, to la señal Ciencia y Misterios, the signal Science and Mysteries.
Good afternoon, Fernando. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, same here, and we're very glad to have you here on the show. And well, we all want to know about these pictures, about the story behind the pictures, because as I told you before, we are all used to see pictures on the web which had no background story, and you automatically say, well, okay, this must be a hoax, because if these were true pictures, we will know a background story. The thing about these pictures in particular is that they have a history, and you are investigating the people, the person, the individual who posted it on Facebook, and you've been talking with him, and even sent me a report with 17 pages of information, and it is really interesting what is coming out from these pictures. What do you think about this material and the witness? What is the story behind these pictures?
The story behind it, Fernando, is first off the photographer. He put one photograph on his Facebook page, and I've looked at his Facebook page. It's not something he uses very often anyway. And within hours he took it down again, but I'd already made contact with him. What he told me was where he lived is not far from the military base in the United States, known as China Lake. And he had a friend who worked there, not in any, high capacity, but his friend said that there'd been something unusual seen or happening on the base. So this gentleman, who we call Keith, decided to take a look for himself, and he managed to get close to the base initially, and then he actually snuck onto the base in daylight, which was, even today, is illegal. It's against the law. And he claims that, he managed to take a number of photographs depicting this, object in daylight. And there was a helicopter flying around as well. Now, Keith supplied me with 5 photographs, and they were taken 10 years ago. He's not shown them anywhere in 10 years. And he doesn't have the camera that he had 10 years ago, but he'd managed to transfer the photographs onto a works computer. He just said he doesn't. All he has at home is a laptop, but the photographs were actually on his work computer. So he was reluctant to let anybody know that, and he was still slightly afraid, you might say, even today, because he broke the law. He was trespassing on military land. Now, when you look at China Lake, the facility, it has probably tested every new weapon that the United States has had, apart from the atomic bomb. It is a very sensitive installation. So if this story is true, I can understand him being somewhat uneasy. However, slowly, over a matter of days, he told me more and more information about this. And I said, look, I will do my best to have the photographs analysed. I'm not an expert in photographic analysis. So I sent them to a number of people. They're all in the report I sent you. Now, what surprised me, Fernando, is that when these reports came back from each individual expert, they all said something different. Now, Jason here in the UK, he used a computer to analyse the photographs, and he is convinced that they are authentic. In other words, it's not computer graphics, it's not a model, Then we have Bruce Maccabee in the United States. He's not sure what they may be. You know, he suggested that they may be a drone or something like that. Tobias in Sweden was somewhat more skeptical, but couldn't really get to the bottom of it. But yet the two gentlemen in Brazil, they were undoubtedly, you know, they said it's fake. So we got a number of different opinions. So my next step was to think, with the permission of the photographer, of course, was to make the photographs public. Because once they're on the internet and in the public domain, Fernando, you and I, anyone can study them, can analyze them. I mean, you didn't ask for my reports, I just sent it to you, you know, and I'm quite willing to do that with anyone who wants to take a serious look at these photographs.
Absolutely.
So as we are here today, Fernando, the photographs, the authenticity of them remains open to question. It hasn't been proven to be a fake, nor has it been shown to be 100% authentic. Now, the photographer was absolutely amazed at the amount of attention they received. I mean, I was, to be honest, but he was even more amazed. He claims to have a few more photographs, but they don't show anything particularly different. It's just the same object taken from a slightly different angle, you know. And he still lives in the United States, and I told him nothing would happen to him. He wouldn't get arrested or anything like that. And as we are here today, he hasn't. You know, he's still there. But he was amazed how much interest there was in them, Fernando. But they are curious, I have to say, and hopefully, you know, we'll get to the bottom of them.
Philip, what I found interesting on this story is that the witness looks like he's not interested on receiving any money for the pictures. We all know the story about this supposed alien pictures of a mummy presented on 2015, and the money behind all the story and the investigation you and Caravaca did. And well, this is the opposite, you know, as I see it. It's just a simple guy trying to share something, and for what I wrote on your report, he seems to be very afraid of it, and because holding these pictures, if we believe every word he say, but holding these pictures 10 years and just now trying to share them and publishing them on Facebook and then erasing them, all this makes him look like he's still afraid of what could happen to him if it goes public. And the story behind, you know, he's being a retired military and going to the no.
No, he was not in the military.
No, I wrote it wrong then.
I mean, you're right. I mean, when he put it on Facebook, he told me he suddenly realised that this was, as far as he was concerned, was a mistake. You know, he is very wary. He is scared, if you want to use that word. I would say he's more apprehensive. The question of money was never mentioned. He never asked for any money. And everything I've done with the photographs have been done with his permission. You know, I've said, is it all right for me to have them analysed? And he just said, yes, because I know they're real. So we go by all means. I said, is it all right if I release them to the newspapers? Yes. And I said, do you want any money for them? No, was the answer, you know. So, you know, whether he's telling the truth or not, I don't know. All I can say is repeat what he said. There's no money involved, not one penny. And like I said, my intention was just trying to get to the bottom of these photographs and release them to the public, which I have done. And maybe somebody will know more about them, maybe not, I don't know. You know, I'm open to suggestions, Fernando, but there was no money involved at all.
La Señal ciencia y misterios. La señal. La señal. Ciencia y misterios. La señal. La señal. La señal. La señal. La señal. Ciencia y misterios.